If you thought 2022 was bad when it came to food shortages, then just wait and see how bad 2023 gets. And I want to explain why. Currently, we are experiencing extreme weather here in the United States. We've seen the East Coast get hammered with snow right before Christmas. The West Coast is getting hammered as we speak with rain and wind. And the South is still experiencing episodes of higher than normal temperatures followed by lower than normal temperatures. And this is causing a real concern. But the overall consensus is the same no matter where you go or who you ask. Farmers are worried. Now, I talked a little bit about this here on the channel a couple weeks ago. And I'm going to continue to talk about this because this is something that we have to prepare for. This is creating a huge worry, not only because food is starting to become in short supply, but at the same time, we are seeing food prices are rising. This is a real problem. Now, many farmers were looking forward to the increased rain here on the West Coast, but the problem is that there's actually too much rain and it's drowning their crops. Some of the effects, just to give you an idea, some of the effects of excessive rain, one is oxygen deficiency, another one is nutrient loss, another effect is delayed planting and harvesting, and the most common one right now, this is something that I got messages just this morning, I got some last night as well, from friends of mine that do have farms down in California. They said the biggest threat that they have is their crops are being damaged as we speak. Because it's not just that the ground is wet. In some areas, in one of my friends, on his land, his entire field is covered in water. It has standing water, at least 2 to 3 inches of just standing water, and it will not soak into the ground. That's a real concern. But again, it doesn't stop there. It's not just with, fruits and vegetables either. Experts are predicting a food shortage for beef and chicken as well due to the bird flu and the lack of wheat. Yeah, the lack of wheat is causing some animals not to get the nutrition that they need. Wheat is essential for animal feed, and without it, animals will not get what they need to survive and grow. This is a big worry, and this is one of the main concerns that some ranchers have at the moment. Now, as far as chicken, where we're at there. Well, the big concern has been the bird flu. In Japan, we have seen reports that more than 10 million birds were culled due to the spread of the avian flu. In Nebraska, just about a month ago, we saw about 1.8 million chickens were culled as well. And in Colorado, they have culled more than 6.4 million poultry. Just to give you an idea, in the US, in UK, in Europe, we have killed off more than 140 million farmed birds since October 2021. Yeah, 140 million farmed birds since October of 2021. That's a little bit more than a year ago. That's concerning. Now, as a result of this, experts are saying that this is part of the reason why egg prices are just shooting up across the country. But the truth is that it's not just eggs. And if you look around, and I saw on TikTok, I saw on Instagram, I've also seen on Facebook, where many people are reporting that there's no eggs in their city. The shelves are bare. They asked the store, clerk or whoever, the shelf stocker, whatever they're called. They asked them, hey, when are we going to get some more eggs? And nobody has an answer. Nobody has an answer because there is a shortage of eggs. This is a real problem. But it's not just eggs that we are in short supply of. Here's a small list, okay? I have a list of just 4 items that are also going to be in short supply in 2023. The first one is beef. And the reason why beef is going to be in short supply, mainly it's going to be the extreme weather events. It's going to be drought and also inflation. And this is interesting. Inflation caused slaughter levels to increase towards the end of 2022. So we slaughtered all of the animals, okay, not all, that's a little bit, it's excessive, it's an exaggeration. We slaughtered a good portion of the animals that we had back in 2022, and now in 2023, we might not have much. That's an issue. We also know lettuce. Lettuce has been in short supply for months, right? Whether you go to McDonald's, you go to Taco Bell, you go to KFC, you go to Olive Garden, Applebee's, doesn't matter where you go, you will probably see a sign, if you haven't done so already, you'll probably see a sign that says no lettuce. But why? Well, lettuce was in short supply because of something called INSV, which can be carried by insects to plants. And it actually destroyed over 80% of California's lettuce. 80%. That's quite a bit, okay? That is quite a bit. Another thing that will be in short supply is canned drinks. This is beer, soda, things like that. And it's due to a lack of carbon dioxide. Now, I've talked about this before. I talked about this back in September, how there was going to be prices for alcohol were going to go up, especially beer, simply because of the lack of carbon dioxide. Many people didn't believe me, but it wasn't until about the second or third week of the football season that people said, you know what, prices have gone up. They're a little bit more expensive than I remember earlier this year, and that's the reason why. And another thing, corn. Corn is something that we have seen in short supply for most of 2022. The reason why? The Midwestern corn crops had a tough 2022 season due to mainly because of excessive temperatures, storms, and pests. So these are just some of the things that we are seeing. We're going to have some shortages of and issues regarding our supply here in 2023. But here's something I can tell you. If you have the ability to go and store some food, whether it's meat, vegetables, you can kind of do it, a little bit, but fruits, you can do it. You can go and freeze some of your products, and you can save them for a little bit longer. If you have the ability to do that, you have an extra freezer, you have a little bit extra money, I'd recommend you go and do that. Second thing is food prices are expected to go up. Now, here's the interesting thing. As of shooting this video, it is January 10th, 2023. As of shooting this video, our current inflation rate is 7.1%. However, the expectation for the month of December, which we're going to have the report in the matter of just a couple days, the thing that we know is the expectation for inflation is supposed to be, I believe, 6.5%. That's pretty good. That's a 0.6% drop in one single month. However, even though inflation is predicted, or they're expecting 6.5% year over year, what some are saying is that food prices could actually go up. Food prices are likely to go up this month. So because of that, you will be paying a little bit extra, which is why I say if you have a little bit extra money and you have an extra freezer or some space to hold your products and your food, I'd highly recommend you do so at this time so you're not paying additional money. But that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more regarding the food shortages, whether it's eggs, meat, corn, wheat, whatever, I will give you that update as soon as possible. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.